Follow along today as we install the front brake kit on this 2024 Can-Am Maverick. Before you get started, make sure that you've checked your installation sheet, that you've got all of the necessary parts that came in your kit, and most importantly, you've checked your wheel clearance diagram to make sure that your 15-inch and larger wheels are going to fit this brake kit. Okay, we have all of the stock brakes disassembled off the car. The thing that you need to do next is make sure that you refer to your installation sheet. You're gonna notice that we need to modify the lower control arm on this application and remove part of the steering stop. Later in the install, you'll notice that Wilwood provides you with a new billet steering stop that'll bolt to the back side of the spindle. I'm gonna go ahead and get that modification made. Okay, so we've got the modification done to the lower control arm, which is that steering stop that was hanging out of the lower arm, keeping the spindle so that it won't turn too far. Because we removed that, it gives us more room to bring the hat and rotor and caliper inboard for wheel clearance. Because we did that, Wilwood and your kit comes with a new billet steering stop. We've already removed the bolt, one of them that goes into the hub assembly, along with the caliper bracket. We're gonna go ahead and clean all faces and mounting locations on this spindle and hub right now, but we're also gonna clean it off because the steering stop is gonna get bolted into this location with the hardware that comes in your kit. We're gonna go ahead and install our caliper bracket first. You'll notice that there's a recess cut on this side. That's the side where the hat and rotor will face the bracket. There's also this machine side. This is the location where the caliper bracket will mount to the upright or spindle. We're gonna go ahead and use the bolts that were sent in the kit and bolt the bracket along with our billet steering stop into place and make sure everything lines up. So we've looked, and our caliper bracket is nice and secure by hand into place with no interference. We also have our steering stop in place. All of the hardware is also using a washer up against the aluminum. What we'll do next is, one at a time, take the two caliper brackets out, red Loctite them, reinstall them, and secure them to 35 foot-pounds. Then we'll take out our one longer bolt, red Loctite them for the steering stop into the hub assembly, tighten it down, and then torque it to the manufacturer's suggested torque spec for this vehicle. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and assemble the lug drive hat and rotor together. We've got those parts all ready to assemble down here. We're gonna take our hat and flip it upside down like a cereal bowl. We're gonna take our rotor, and in this case, this rotor is flat and symmetrical on both sides. So either side can fit into the lugs of the hat assembly. Once we know that the rotor is secure inside of the castles of the hat, we'll take our internal snap ring and install it into the gland on the ID of the hat assembly. We'll go ahead and install the hat and rotor assembly back on to the spindle over the hub. We're gonna make sure that it's sitting perfectly flush up against the face of the hub, and we'll use our factory set screw to attach the hat rotor assembly to the spindle. Torque this set screw to the factory specifications. Okay, now it's time for us to mount the radial mount caliper onto our radial mount bracket. The easiest way to do that is turn your assembly to the right, take your radial mount caliper, and you'll notice that these are the two holes on the bottom of the caliper for the radial mount. We'll line those up and slide the caliper down. Once the caliper slid down, use your hardened washers that came in the caliper bracket kit with your 6-point nuts and hand tighten those down. Once those are hand tight, we're gonna set our torque wrench to 30 foot-pounds and secure those nuts. Now it's time for us to install our brake pads, but first, we need to remove the 1/4-20 bolt that holds the bridge tube in place and our caliper bracket clip. We'll install our brake pads and make sure that the friction side is facing each face of the rotor and reinstall your clip. Then install your bridge tube. Tighten that bolt by hand. We now have everything except for our factory steel braided line connected to the system. What I like to do is always make sure at this point, with the brake pads installed, that everything on this corner of the car is moving freely. And in this case, it sure is. So let's go ahead and get our factory brake line installed onto this caliper. Using the banjo bolt assembly that came with your caliper, install the factory line using the Wilwood banjo bolt into the Wilwood caliper. Okay, we have our front brake kit installed on this Mav R. We're gonna go ahead and bleed the front brakes and then take it out and do a few stops to semi-bed the brakes in, because this being an off-road vehicle, we don't want to drive it on the street. We'll go ahead and do that when we take it out to the desert. Make sure again that you're following your instructions and you've checked your wheel clearance diagram before you get to this step and your wheels don't fit. Thanks so much for following along today. If you have any further questions, get a hold of us at 805-388-1188 or at wilwood.com.